Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm featuring the brand Citizen. Now Citizen are kind of known for their kind of affordable timepieces, but what not a lot of people also know is they make some incredible accurate quartz watches. Now, contrary to belief, not all quartz watches are actually accurate. Some can lose 30 to 40 seconds a month. Citizen have actually come up with one which actually works out at 1 second per year. Now, no other brand I can think of, not even the Seiko 9F or Chronometer Spec ETA quartz movements, can match that kind of accuracy. It's truly, truly impressive. Plus, they're a company which have been around now for well over 100 years. They've got quite a bit of history, but this watch here, I think, is possibly one of the best watches under £300. But before I get too far into this review, I've got to say a massive thank you to the guys over at First Class Watches of Kenilworth. They've been absolute superstars, super friendly. They've got a really good rating on Trustpilot. I strongly recommend, if you're in the area, pop into their shop. If you do, all I ask is that you do mention the channel. So anyway, what we have here is the Citizen Tsuyosa. Now this is part of the 2024 collection, and I think they are just so vibrant. These ones especially, they just look great, kind of eye-catching watches. I really like them. Let's talk about sizes first. So anyway, we're talking a 14mm case size, a thickness of 12mm. If you include a Cyclops, then that is 13mm, and the lug to lug is a fraction of 45mm, and the bracelet size is 22mm. Now let's have a look at these dials. I personally think they look absolutely superb. Just look at it. You've got this lovely sunburst effect on both of these watches. They just look fantastic. Really kind of, they're elegant but also a bit playful with the colours. There's even one which has got like these etchings on the dial, which absolutely looks superb. Unfortunately, it wasn't in stock for me actually to be able to take. One of the other advantages of this dial is you do have applied hour markers up here. They give it a certain, I always find they make a watch look more expensive when they actually do have these on here. You do have loom in these hour markers, as to the hand. It's half decent, to be fair. It's a pretty good loom. You have the printed minute track going around there. Obviously we have a Cyclops. Not everyone loves them, but it does a very good job of magnifying that date window, which is what it's there for. And I like the fact we are talking minimal text, just Citizen Automatic. You know, that is all you want. To me, so many companies go over the top on their text. I think it looks superb. Just the minimal text for me is all you need. Even like I've just noticed on this, the hands are incredibly, can I zoom in on those hands? The hands have got a lovely polish to them. Overall, I just think you're kind of, it's a lovely looking dial. To me, this is a great, elegant looking timepiece. You can obviously get it in a more sedate black colour if you so wished, if you're going to wear this with a suit all the time. But anyway, as we come past that, we have got here a sapphire crystal. And this watch is coming in at under £300, and you are getting a proper sapphire crystal with AR coating on there. Now, the bezel obviously is fixed. We've got a very polished bezel on there. Then we have this brushwork which goes straight on this, coming across vertical. And then as we look at the body of the watch, more like a tonneau style case. We've got just a nice bit of polish work going on underneath there, and then it comes down to the case back. It does a really good, even though the watch is only 12mm thick, you tend to just read that part there. That's what you read, and it actually makes the watch look thinner than it actually is. Now, as we turn this watch around, on the back, you've got this kind of great, a very solid in-house movement. This is they call it the 8210. Now, I put this on the time grapher, and I was very, very pleasantly surprised. It was pulling, as an average, I'd say about 0 on the time grapher. Now, that's very impressive, I have to say. I only placed one of them, to be fair, on there, but it was pulling 0. Quite impressed. Now, the power reserve, I think it's up to 45 hours, but expect an accurate, an accurate reading around about 40. Now, we're talking 21 dual movement. It rotates in one direction. That's why it spins so freely in the other. Overall, I think it looks quite good, and it's nice you get the display case back on there. Now, one thing I should say, the crown on this is obviously recessed down here at the kind of 4 o'clock position. So it's incredibly well protected, but, and there is a but on this one, it makes it incredibly hard to wind this watch. I found personally, the best way I find it is actually just to turn it with your finger like that while it's in there. But that's my kind of only negative, I would say, and it really is being nitpicky to say it is a negative, that one there. It's nicely hidden, and when you actually see it like that, you almost don't even read the crown there, which makes it really nice. It's got, to me, this has got very much vibes of a kind of, it reminds me of a 70s style watch with this kind of tonneau integrated bracelet, but it also, it's very familiar. It looks very familiar also. Sorry, say also again. It looks very familiar, very similar to the Tissot PRX, which is well over double the price of this watch. So I think this is an absolute bargain. Now, as we come out from that, we have this kind of Jubilee presidential, well, it's presidential, sorry, style bracelet on here. Overall, it's pretty good. It's got pins locking it together. It feels okay. You've got a polished center link and brushed sides. For the price point, I think it is absolutely, spot on. Can't fault it. Now, as we come back to the clasp, as you can see, let's zoom out a little bit there. As you can see, we have a brushed back on here, Citizen logo on there. It is a push button, as you can see there. Push button to release. You do have 3 levels of micro adjustment, and you have a stamped but polished opening system there. Overall, it looks pretty good. One thing I should also say, it does actually have 50 meters of water resistance to it, so good enough to get wet. Not the kind of watch you'd really want to take swimming or anything like that, but I don't think this is that kind of watch anyway. I think it's more, it looks a lot more dressy. This could be a great watch to go out in the evening with. It just looks good. Let me put it on my wrist so you can see how it looks. Quick wrist check. I'm wearing a, well, actually it's my partner's, my wife's watch. This is her Seiko Tuna Black Edition. I think it was Solar Tuna. She loves chunky watches, even though she's got tiny wrists. And Bob is wearing the Seiko SKX, which is, let's face it, an old school classic really from the brand. So let's put the orange one on. We've got to see how it looks. Now my wrist size is 7¼ inches, or that works out I think to about 18.5 centimeters, and it just looks good. It sinks down on the wrist really well, I think. Overall, I think that's a cracking looking watch. I'm really quite impressed with this one. For the price point, I'm struggling to kind of say there's better for less money. I really don't think there is. Possibly the best watch I've seen under the £300 mark. Anyway, all the best guys, and most importantly, stay safe out there. Take care. Bye.